Here's our old dilapidated fence gate. It separates our backyard from our driveway, and the big problem with it is, well, it's leaning so badly that it scrapes against the concrete like that. It's pretty awful. I have to actually pick it up on one side so that it closes or opens. It's rubbing up against the fence. As you can see right there, it's a mess, and part of that mess is my fault. I put on these hinges. They were the wrong hinges, so I'm going to replace them. In fact, I'm going to replace the entire fence gate, but I'm going to start with a new hinge assembly. That's one piece of it right there. And by the way, you cannot find these assemblies at the big box home improvement stores. You know which two I'm talking about. If you do find something like these, they'll probably be the wrong size. This bracket is key to the whole new and improved assembly, so I'm going to provide a link down below where you can buy this hardware online. Don't criticize me too much about using hinges in the first place. I didn't even know this type of hardware existed. Obviously now that I do, and that it mounts directly to a fence post, well, hey, that's the ideal hardware to use. First, I've got to measure the width of the entranceway. It comes out to about 42 inches, so I need to cut up the lumber that I need for my new fence gate. So I'm going to break out my handy dandy table saw and slice up 10 planks, 10 42-inch pieces of lumber, and then I'm going to mount them all together using 2x4s. Now I'm just using standard whiteboard. You could also use pine, you could use whatever actually, but because really no one sees this fence gate, aesthetics are not an issue. I just need function, I just need utility, but I also need durability, and this whiteboard lumber serves the purpose. Also, it's economical. Now these planks of wood mounted on a pair of 2x4s will provide a lot more strength, a lot more durability than the fence gate that I'm replacing. And I'm just assembling everything with some 1.5-inch hex bolts or hex screws. Once the assembly is complete, this new fence gate is going to weigh quite a bit more than the old fence gate. Hinges wouldn't work in any case. So I'm just going to position the new fence gate right at the opening and then get ready to put everything together. I'll crank on the top set of hardware, then the bottom set of hardware. I don't need a third set in the middle, and just tighten everything up with my socket wrench. Once I have the hardware securely attached to the fence post, I'm going to take a couple of pieces of 2x4s. They're roughly, I'd say about a foot, 1.5 inch long, and that's what I'm going to attach carriage bolts to so that I can fasten the fence gate to this bracket. The carriage bolts will slip through those 2x4s and right through the bracket, and then I'll secure the bracket to the fence gate. I'll drill a couple of pilot holes, top and bottom, and then using those pilot holes, I can drill wider diameter holes for the carriage bolts. Then I'll insert the carriage bolts and tighten everything up with a socket wrench. You should note that I'm using 4 carriage bolts. You may need 6 if you're using 3 hardware assemblies on a fence post. Let's give our new fence gate a test drive. Obviously, I need to move that shade sail, and I decided to remove the little wheel at the bottom of this fence gate. It really just kind of gets in the way. It makes the door much harder to maneuver. Okay, I also want to note this clamp that attached to the fence post would rotate or swivel around the fence post, so I added this carriage bolt. I drilled a hole through the bracket and the fence post, and then I added that carriage bolt. And once I secured that, there was no swivel, there was no rotation of the clamp. Ryder the dog will now help me demonstrate our new and improved fence gate. As you can see, there's no more dragging along the concrete. We have a much sturdier, much more durable fence gate. And I added this, you might say, hokey PVC contraption to secure the gate against the fixed fence. Obviously, this portion doesn't need to be locked, but I just need to keep it closed so I can keep the dog in or out of the driveway or backyard, depending on how the weather is. So I can just unlatch the gate like so, and then latch it back up when I need to. And in he goes to the backyard. Bye, Ryder. And farewell to you, dear viewer. I appreciate your watching this video. If it helped you, please subscribe to my DIY channel. I have dozens of other home improvement videos for your perusal. And let's give Ryder one last salutation. Hey, buddy. Ryder says, have a great day. Cheers.